Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nikki, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself before we get started. First of all, I want to thank you for being here today. I do understand that this is the start of a holiday, so my apologies. I did not consider that when I scheduled the Zoom, so I will be recording so that you can come to it at your earliest convenience. I hope that this can be a blessing to someone. About myself, again, my name is Nikki. I am a member of AmeriCorps, the Shore Corps, which is part of the Lower Eastern Shore of Maryland. I serve at Habitat for Humanity of Wacomico County. And I just wanted to take this time out to share some resources that may be able to help someone during these trying 2025 economic crises. We all are going through something, and my goal is to try to share every other week some type of resources, whether it's educational, whether it's employment, whether it's showing you how to access certain resources in your area. That is my goal. I plan to do this because I do believe that, especially in these trying times, communities should stick together to help one another with resources, with information, whatever we can share that can help as we go through this 2025 economic up and downs and woes and whatever. But anyway, so today what I will be doing is going over some work from home jobs as well as some educational opportunities in Wacomico County. Now, if you live in a different county, please share what county you live in, what state you live in, what city you live in, and what type of resources you're looking for, and I can access some of those and put them into my next video. So what I'm going to do now is share my screen. Excuse me, guys. Got some allergies going on here. So I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to go over first some work from home office essentials to set you up for your workspace. This is greatly needed, especially when you're working for companies. They require you to have a private setting, somewhere that is quiet, set apart from the rest of your house, so that you can perform your job in a professional, quiet manner. So when you set up your home, it's important, I'm sorry, your home office, it is important to have the right tools for optimal productivity. Knowing about home office essentials can help you create a more focused environment, especially as more workers are apt to go remote. So we're not going to read a whole lot of it, so because I don't want to take your too much of your time. But if you would like a copy of this recording, I will be putting it on social media. I'll be putting it on YouTube, Facebook, and you can also email me if you need more information. But we are going to go over the home office essentials. So while what you need for your home office ultimately depends on the job duties, there are some items nearly everyone can utilize. This is a list of these home office essentials to consider using or purchasing. The first one, you want an ergonomic or standing desk, especially if you have back problems. Most of the jobs require you to be able to sit between 4 to 12 hours. So a ergonomic or standing desk would be suitable, especially for anyone who has fibromyalgia, who has back pains, who have disc problems. There's desks that you can get, that you can electronic standing desk, so you can go from sitting to standing. There's standing desks, but also there's desks that can help suit your specific condition. And here they also have, and this is Indeed.com career advice. So you can always type in home office essentials and it will pop up. And then you can click on the 29 office desks that you must have to improve your work environment. We're not going to go through that because it's a lot that I have to cover. But you also want an office chair to sit in front of your desk. You need something comfortable, like an ergonomic office chair, so that you can be more comfortable when working, so you don't have to worry about back spasms, any, tension in your body. Is really good, especially again, if you deal with a lot of pain. You want to make sure that you have a filing cabinet so that you can keep your records and anything that you may need to scan. You can have them the file cabinet to put all of your physical documents in, so later you can digitally scan them and save them in a file. You want to make sure you also have the appropriate lighting. With the appropriate lighting, that way you can easily read the documents or read what's on your screen, but not just that. Some jobs will require that you have a camera so that you can video chat with your customers. So you want to make sure that you have appropriate lighting so it's easy for them to see you. You want to also make sure that you have a laptop stand or a support table. If you're going to use a laptop for your work from home job, you want to consider purchasing a laptop stand to prop it up on your desk. It is a reasonably inexpensive contraption that can help you see the screen more and more comfortably. You'll also want a wireless keyboard with this option if you plan to move from different areas of your home just for a change of scenery, or you may have to check on the kids, or you may be taking care of a loved one. You also want to make sure you have a USB power strip with a surge protector. This way, this helps keep your cables and cords together and more organized. It lets you charge anything via USB that may need to be charged so it doesn't run out on you during your time of work. But also, you want to make sure you have some extra plugs available because there are some jobs that do provide equipment and certain things so that you may need to plug up. So you want to make sure that you have those things of those plugs available. You want to make sure you also have a notepad and some writing utensils because a lot of times you may have to take notes during a call, and some jobs do require 2 to 3 weeks training. So you want to make sure you have your notepads and your writing utensils available so you can always be able to reflect on them and go back for references while you're working. You also want to make sure that you have a desktop organizer to store your writing utensils and notepads on so you can keep the clutter at bay. I also recommend that you have a separate table to put next to your desk so you can have them organized so that you'll have more space to work without knocking anything over. You want to also make sure that you have a posture support. I use a seat cushion because I have back and hip problems. So I use a seat cushion for my chair, but I also use a posture support, like a memory foam cushion for my lower lumbar area. But there's also some massage with I'm sorry, there's also some massage pads that come with these cushions that you can pump up so that you can use the right amount of air that you need for your comfort. You also want to make sure, if applicable, you have a fireproof safe so that you can keep sensitive documents stored in them. And also, you can use it for valuable files, expensive equipment, and other valuable items. You want to make sure you have a calendar or a planner nearby. I like the desk calendar. So if there's a schedule change or if there's someone that you need to call on a specific date or you have appointments, you can write them down as you get the appointments, and that way it'll always be there for your site. You want to make sure you have a laser printer, depending on the type of job you have. They may require you to have a printer. So this printer is more reliable, it's multifunctional, and having this in your home office can save you the hassle of going to a local printer shop, which may cost extra, may be highly expensive for hard copies or scanned documents, depending on the amount of documents you have. You want to make sure you invest in a paper shredder and a trash can. So any sensitive documents that you may have to print and scan, you can automatically just put them in a paper shredder so that you can keep everything confidential as possible. You also want to make sure you have a wrist pad. An ergonomic wrist pad made of soft and breathable material can make typing more comfortable. You can put your wrist on it. It makes it easier. If you prefer a set with a separate wrist pad and mouse, that's optional. They have patterns and colors, anything to personalize your workspace, but also keep your hands and wrists as comfortable as possible. You want to make sure also you have an under desk footrest. This is really good, especially if you have, like I said, back problems, sciatica, anything that conditions that may cause your legs and your feet to go numb and painful. That under desk footrest will be perfect for you. For the technology essentials, you want to make sure you have your computer. Many drives require the use of a computer to perform the necessary responsibilities. However, some some companies will send you their equipment, but because you don't know, you want to make sure that you have the right equipment that is needed for the position that you're looking for. Also, you want to make sure that you have high-speed internet. Most jobs require high-speed internet using a free Wi-Fi locator app or a hotspot, or sometimes most of them will require you to have a modem and a router so that when they send the equipment to you, because it's confidential and personal, you may have to plug their system into your router into their system. So you want to make sure when you're applying for a job that you check what type of high-speed internet that you need. Some jobs will not accept just Wi-Fi or anything like that. You also want to make sure that you have a computer monitor, because it is an electronic device that will display what programs that are running on your computer. Depending on your job, you may have to have two monitors. Most jobs, they want you to have at least a 22-inch or above, but it also needs to be compatible to USB or other cables to connect to your desktop or a laptop or their equipment. Also, again, a second monitor if you struggle to perform tasks on a smaller laptop or a tablet screen. You want to make sure that you have two monitors where you can, focus on the job itself as well as take notes. Also, it may help you stay focused, physically separated, and it'll spread out your tasks, allowing you to organize the items you plan to complete and easily prioritize them. You also want to make sure that you have a laptop stand or support table. Using a laptop, if you're going to use a laptop at home, you want to consider purchasing a laptop stand to prop it up on your desk. It's not expensive. It can help you see your screen more at a more comfortable angle, but you will also want a wireless keyboard with this option. If you plan to work from different areas of your home for a change of scenery, consider a portable laptop support table that's adjustable and can easily move with you. You want to make sure that you have a mouse and mouse pad, also a keyboard, noise canceling headphones with a microphone, a phone stand. If you need to communicate a lot at work, you may want to stand to hold your wireless phone and be able to glance at it quickly for incoming messages, calls, or calendar reminders. Now, some jobs may have like a CRM or something like that. And if you're doing like work with a call center, they'll be able, some jobs already have it into the system, so you may not need to have a telephone itself. Your phone might be into the program that the job has on their computer. You want to have cables and cable clips. So when setting up your home office computer, think carefully about the cables you need. You want to make sure you have the right cables for the items that aren't wireless. And you want to consider if the cable length matters to you when making a purchase, especially as you change additional items such as phones or tablets on your desk. Cable clips can also help keep your cables neat and out of the way. You want to make sure you have a wireless phone charger, productivity apps, or a timer. It helps you with time management. You can increase productivity and focus on the task that matters most by tracking your time. And there's some lists, some items you might want to consider for that. You want to make sure you have a USB microphone. If you're on the phone making video calls often, especially ones that are recorded on a broadcast to many people, you might want to consider investing in a USB microphone that can stand on your desk. People who give presentations are often or work in audio focused jobs, excuse me, like musicians and podcasters could also benefit from a USB microphone. You want to make sure you have quality speakers. If you enjoy listening to music while you work, you want to consider purchasing a set of wireless speakers. While your computer or laptop has speakers to play your favorite playlists, a separate speaker setup can create an even greater sound quality for your home, and it won't interfere with your work. You want to also make sure you have an external hard drive. When you work from home, you need a plan to save your data in case your computer fails. While cloud-based backup system services can store your files automatically, an in-house backup system provides additional protection, especially when it comes to privacy and confidentiality. So now some self-care essentials you want to have is a water bottle, and you want to make sure that you keep that so you can stay hydrated and focus through your day. But you also want to make sure that it has a lid on it and spill proof so that you won't ruin or destroy any of your computer work or documents. You want to make sure you have a coffee or a tea mug with a warmer. So if you drink coffee tea throughout the day, you want to consider keeping a single serve coffee or tea pot nearby so you can have quick access when you need a boost of productivity. And if there's no room for a pot, you can try like the Yeti mugs or the other mugs that have a seal top so that your things do not, your liquids do not waste. Excuse me. You also want a good idea to have is a scented diffuser or a candle. I like the Bath and Body Work candles. They are relaxing. It's really good to help you work and focus, especially when you're working in a high-paced setting. It helps keep you calm and relaxed. So you want to make sure you have something that will work with your mood so that you can be more productive in your work throughout your work time. Plants, if you want to add a visual interest to your space, you can try plants for low maintenance, some low maintenance plants. I'm sorry. Not only do they provide you with air purification, but they can also help your office feel less stuffy and sterile. Now you can go through these like personal pictures and things like that, anything to personalize your office. But I do want to emphasize having blue light glasses because the blue light filtering eyeglasses helps ease your eye from straining. Because especially if you're looking at a computer for several hours a day, you can also change the settings on your computer and other devices to reduce the blue lights during the certain times of the day. Okay, now you can go to indeed.com/career dash advice slash development. I'm sorry, I'm not going to read all that, but you can go to, let me just pull it up, to indeed.com and type 40 work from home office essential tools to set you up for your workspace. Now, let's get into the meat of this webinar. We're going to first start off with data entry jobs from Conduent. Sorry about that. My computer is going very slow. But here we at Conduent, and I used to work for them through another agency. They are very, very good and resourceful. They have several types of jobs right now. They're hiring for a data entry associate. Their pay is $15 an hour plus wonderful benefits. As a data entry associate, you'll be responsible for processing all incoming healthcare claim forms sent by the clients. They do provide training, so you want to make sure. Sometimes it's a 1 week, I think maybe 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I got to double check, but I'm thinking we had either 2 or 3 weeks of training. And the training is not intense at all. They break down everything. They do role play. They do Kahoot games and everything. They make it fun so that when it's time to take these calls, you'll be comfortable talking with the people as well as accessing their CRMs and just being able to handle your job professionally. All these claims need to be digitized in form provided by the company. Additional responsibilities will be to focus on inputting all details of the claim with high accuracy while meeting the expected keystrokes per hour of words per minute established by the company. And I also want to make a note that the calls are timed, but they do allow you to type in certain things and they do provide assistance, help all the time in mentorship as you're working. So you'll never be caught on a call that you may not understand and confused about. There's always someone there to help you. What you will be doing, you will capture and validate more complex data. You will classify images in documents. You will pre-adjudicate documents and correct the data as required. You will verify the data from automatic data extraction tools. You will complete assessments using multiple source documents to verify data or use additional information to do the work. You will work within established procedures and practices and work under close degree of supervisors. And the supervisors are awesome. They will help you with everything you need. Now, here we have a list of requirements. One of the things I do want you to know is that the estimate salary range for this role is $15 an hour. So if you're looking for something more, this may not be the program for you. If you live in any of these states, I think is Maryland on here? Okay. Okay, at this time, they're not hiring in the Washington DC area, and these are some areas, basically because the minimum wage is higher. So, but if you live in these areas, you'll be able to work and you'll be able to apply with them. Okay, the requirements mean you must be able to type at least 30 words per minute with high level of accuracy. 10 key proficiencies required, 10 key proficiency words required. You must be proficient in computer skills, including Microsoft Office and internet research. You must be able to work under pressure to meet deadlines while performing functions with high accuracy rates. You must pass an internet speed test. You must have basic knowledge of medical claims from processing preferred. It's very easy and they'll teach you those things. You must be at least 18 years of age or older, have a high school diploma or general education degree. You must be eligible to work in the United States. You must be able to clear any necessary criminal background and or drug screenings and live in one of these states. Again, if you're interested in that, you can go to careers.conduit.com and you can apply. Okay, this is a fun one. I like this one. It's called Remotive. One of the things I want to show you is when you're looking for a job on Remotive, you want to make sure you click the United States. When you click on the United States, it will show you all of the jobs that they have available for the United States. For instance, if you're looking for customer service or support representative work, you can click here and it will take you to the jobs that they have available. Like, for instance, they're hiring a customer support representative at Together Work. It tells you about what Together Work is. It tell you, like, for instance, you must make sure you read it all, especially the highlighted areas, well, the bold areas. Like this one here is only temporary. It's a part-time role that will range from 20 to 29 hours per week, and shifts will range from Monday through Friday between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you want to make sure that you're able, if you're living in the Pacific times, you want to make sure that you're able to get up around these times and work. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are required work days, and this role is temporary and expected to end September 30th, 2025. And it goes over everything about the company, what you're required to, what your skills, what the required skills are, what your responsibilities are, the benefits that they have. And then you can always apply for this position and unlock more. We'll go over a couple of more. Let's see. Okay, let's go down to here. There's member care advocate, included health. And it talks about included health. They're on a mission to raise the standard of healthcare for everyone. They simplify healthcare by combining virtual and in-person care with expert navigation, comprehensive support, and AI-powered technology. Their member care advocates play a crucial role in making healthcare easier and more accessible for their members. It tells you about the role, the responsibilities, the key success metrics, the qualifications, the preferred qualifications, and then why included health. It tells you why you should be part of this wonderful organization, and it gives you more information about them. Okay. There's also customer service representatives, peer mentors. So these are a lot of different jobs. Some are permanent, some are full-time, part-time, and some are temporary. So you can look through that. Again, that's on remotive.com. Okay. And now we're going to go. We'll type in remote. We'll do a search. Now, this is one of the things I want to show you. For instance, it says remote inbound sales agent, reservationist. This is a travel agency. So basically, they're looking for hotel planners, travel technology, typically responds with 4 days. These are the hours. You can work up to 10, between 10 to 40 hours a week, weekends as necessary. And this is completely remote. So you can work from anywhere in the United States. I did want to show you, when you're looking on the deed, you want to make sure it says just remote and not hybrid, or not remote in Memphis, Tennessee, because when it says remote in Memphis, Tennessee, that means this is only for Tennessee residents. There is one, let's see, let me pull it up. Symphony Placement. Now here it's Symphony Placement. It's symphonyplacement.com, remote jobs. Here you can search for remote positions. This one here is in Bel Air, so this is only for Maryland residents. But say, for instance, you just typed up Symphony. Oops, sorry about that. Just type in Symphony Placement. And sorry that my computer is going slow. You can go to their website. And then you want to start your career. And then when you go down, click on job openings, and it'll tell you a list of places like here in Florida. For Florida residents, it's remote customer service from Maryland, Florida, Portland, Everett. And then you just want to make sure that you live in one of these states. Okay. So for instance, let's click on call center representative in Maryland or Chester, which is not that far from me. So here to let you know, you must live in the state of Maryland only. They're hiring immediately. It's a work from home position. You must have 1 year minimum call center experience. This is experienced call center representatives and no sales. And this is the responsibilities. Here to let you know everything about the job. It starts at $17 an hour. They're an equal opportunity employer and will consider all applicants without regards to race, sex, age, color, religion, national origin, veteran status, disability, sexual orientation, gender, identity, genetic information, or any characteristic protected by law. It's full time. The schedule is 8 hours, Monday through Friday. The experience that you need: 1 year call center, 1 year customer service. The language is in English and the work is remote. Okay, now let's get to the Adult and Dislocated Workers Program for the Lower Shore Workforce Alliance. Now, before I get into this, I do want to let you guys know that in every state, there is a program similar to this that pays for your education as well as help with job placement and any other services you may need, whether it's skill and career assessment, occupational and skill training, career counseling, referrals, and scholarships. I lived in Wisconsin for a while, and I do remember they paid for me to get my nursing assistant degree as well as my medical assistant degree. So they will help you if you're interested in learning and you want to get a trade or even a 2 year associate's degree. The WIOA program is something highly recommended to look into. Now, through the WIOA, the Lower Shore Workforce Alliance is able to offer training scholarships for those who qualify for the WIOA funded trainings. Now, examples of these trainings include AC and refrigeration introduction, refrigeration tech. This enrollment is only in September, so I'm thinking this is just a 69 tech hours. So I'm thinking this is a hands-on certificate program. The business management is a 2 year program. There's also a certified nursing assistant program. You only have to put in 128 clock hours. A criminal background check is needed. A 2 year chemical dependency counseling program. And then you can just go through all of these. They also have a radiologic tech program, and you must be selected for this program, as well as the physical therapist assistant program. So there's nursing, machine and metal fabrication, hospitality and management, commercial truck driving. There are a lot now. The requirements are you must be 18 years age, excuse me, 18 years of age or older, have a high school diploma or GED. You must be a resident of Wacomico, Somerset, or in Worcester counties. Now, if you leave me your email address or you contact me via my email address, and my creative solutions 74@gmail.com. I can look in the area that you are and find the place and locate it where you can get the same assistance in the state near you. Now, I'm not sure if they have all of these programs, but I can definitely look into some programs for you and let you know what they have, or just leave it in the chat. And in the next video, I'll do some research and find whatever you need. Now, if you want to apply to the program, you would just click on here, and then it'll tell you about the program, how the scholarships are awarded based on eligibility determination, suitability criteria, and availability of training funds. Now, one of the things I can say is with this particular program, one of the main requirements is that you cannot be eligible for FAFSA because this is a scholarship program and it's based on availability of funding. They want to make sure only those who are in need of training and willing to work that cannot access student loans or say for instance they haven't paid in a while so now they're in debt, and then they will work with you to provide that additional funding for you. Okay, guys, well, that is it for today. And I am so glad that you were able to join me. And like I said, when if you have any suggestions of resources that you may need to find out how to locate them, just let me know. And I will definitely get that for you. I am not sure what's going on with my screen, but it's lagging right now. I apologize for the lagging. And now everything, okay, here we are. All right, awesome. So again, I just want to thank you for taking this time to go over some work from home opportunities and some educational opportunities. If you have any other resources that you may be in need of or would like to access, please let me know. I'll get that right over to you. Again, I am recording this video, so I will be sharing it and uploading it. And in a couple of more weeks, I'll have more resources. This time, I think I'm going to side hustles, going over to some side hustles. So, something you can do on the side in addition to your job, because I do know sometimes it's most people are looking for something extra to make ends meet. So I'll be putting out a link for that soon. You guys have a wonderful day. And thank you again for watching.